The Secrets of Happiness: Breaking Free from Social Pressure and Defining Your Own Success. Introduction: How to Stop Comparing and Find True Happiness. The problem: why are we unhappy? Many people today feel unhappy, even when they have everything they need. No matter how much they achieve, they always feel like something is missing. This happens because we are constantly comparing ourselves to others. We look at friends, coworkers, or strangers on social media and feel like they are doing better than us. Someone has a better job, a nicer house, or a more exciting life. This makes us feel like we are not good enough, even when we have worked hard and achieved a lot. This habit of comparing ourselves creates many problems, such as feeling stressed and anxious because we think we need to do more, losing confidence because we believe others are better than us, feeling unfulfilled because we measure success by someone else's life, never being truly happy. No matter what we achieve, we keep chasing success, thinking it will make us happy. But the truth is, happiness does not come from being better than others. It comes from accepting ourselves, appreciating what we have, and living life on our own terms. The solution: a new way to find happiness. This book is here to help you break free from the cycle of comparison and learn how to be truly happy. You will discover how to understand why we compare ourselves and how it affects our happiness, change the way we think so we no longer feel bad when we see others succeeding, build real confidence that is not based on what others think, measure success in a way that brings true happiness. The book introduces the Happiness Liberation Framework, a simple and powerful system that will help you stop comparing, build self-worth, and live a fulfilling life. What makes this book special? This book is different because it doesn't just tell you to think positively. Instead, it gives you real, science-backed techniques to help you change your mindset and actions in a way that lasts. In a way that lasts, you will learn from psychological studies on why we compare and how to stop, real-life examples of people who broke free from the comparison trap, practical exercises that will help you apply what you learn. If you are tired of feeling like you are never enough, this book will help you take control of your happiness and build a life that feels truly fulfilling. Chapter 1: The Comparison Trap. Why we always feel behind, the invisible force controlling our happiness. In 2017, a research study at the University of California found that people who spent more time on social media reported feeling less happy and more dissatisfied with their lives. The reason? They were constantly comparing themselves to others. Imagine this: you wake up feeling good about your day. You go to work, complete your tasks, and even get a compliment from your boss. But then, during your lunch break, you scroll through your phone and see a friend posting about their brand new car. Another friend just got engaged. Someone else is on a dream vacation. Suddenly, your own life feels boring. You were happy just a few minutes ago. But now, you feel like you're falling behind. This is the comparison trap, and it happens to all of us. No matter how well we are doing, there is always someone who seems to be doing better. We don't realize it, but comparison is shaping our happiness, confidence, and even the decisions we make. Why do we compare ourselves to others? Comparison is built into our brains. It's part of human nature. Thousands of years ago, when humans lived in small groups, comparison helped us survive. People needed to know who was the strongest, fastest, or smartest so they could learn from them or follow their leadership. But today, we live in a completely different world. Instead of comparing ourselves to a small group, we are connected to millions of people through social media, TV, and the internet. Every day, we are bombarded with images of people achieving great things, buying homes, getting promotions, starting businesses, or traveling the world. The problem? We are not seeing the full picture. Most people only show their best moments. They post their successes, not their failures. They share their happy moments, not their struggles. We compare our real life, with its ups and downs, to someone else's highlight reel. This makes us feel like we are always behind even when we are doing well. The hidden costs of constant comparison. The habit of comparison might seem harmless, but it has serious consequences. We lose confidence. The more we compare, the more we feel like we are not good enough. We feel stressed and anxious. Seeing others succeed makes us feel pressure to do more. Even if we don't need to, we stop appreciating our own achievements. Instead of celebrating our progress, we focus on what we haven't done. We set the wrong goals. Instead of following our passions, we chase things just to impress others. Comparison can lead to a lifetime of unhappiness, always chasing more, never feeling satisfied. But what if we could break free from this cycle? What if we could measure success in a way that actually makes us happy? The solution: a new way to think about success. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we need to shift our focus. We need to measure success in a way that is based on our own growth, not someone else's achievements. The key to lasting happiness is changing our internal scoreboard. Focus on your own progress. Instead of asking, "Am I doing better than them?" ask, "Am I improving compared to my past self?" Define success in your own way. Not everyone wants to be rich, famous, or powerful. Find what truly matters to you. Practice gratitude. When you appreciate what you have, you stop feeling like you are missing something. The first step to breaking free from comparison is recognizing that it is happening. Most of us don't even realize how much we compare. By becoming aware of it, we can start to shift our mindset and take control of our happiness. What this book will teach you, over the next few chapters, you will learn why our brains are wired to compare and how to reprogram them, how to build confidence that isn't based on what others think, practical strategies to focus on your own growth and success. A new way to measure happiness that leads to true fulfillment. By the end of this book, you will no longer feel trapped by comparison. You will feel confident, happy, and in control of your own journey. Chapter 2: Why We Always Feel Behind, the Problem, the Endless Race. Imagine you just got a new job. You're excited and proud of yourself. But then, you hear that your friend got a job with a higher salary. Suddenly, your happiness fades, or think about this, you buy a new phone. It's the latest model, and you love it. But a month later, a newer version comes out. Now, your phone doesn't seem as special anymore. Why does this happen? Why do we often feel like we are not doing enough, even when we achieve something? The answer is comparison. We compare ourselves to others all the time, our jobs, our looks, our achievements. And most of the time, we feel like we are behind. No matter how much we do, there is always someone doing more. This makes us feel like we are in a race that never ends. Why we feel like we are falling behind? There are a few reasons why we always feel like others are ahead of us. 1. We compare ourselves to the best. We don't compare ourselves to people like us. We compare ourselves to people who seem more successful: celebrities, influencers, or even rich friends. This makes us feel like we are failing, even if we are doing well. 2. We only see part of the story. People don't share their struggles, failures, or bad days. We see their success but not their hard work, stress, or sacrifices. We compare our real life to their best moments, which makes us feel behind. 3. Success has no finish line. We tell ourselves, if I just reach this goal, I'll be happy. But once we reach it, we set another goal. Then another. This cycle never ends, so we never feel fully satisfied. The more we compare, the more unhappy we become. It steals our joy and makes us believe we are never enough. But what if there was another way? The solution: stop chasing, start growing. Happiness doesn't come from being better than others. It comes from progress, becoming better than you were yesterday. Instead of asking, "Am I doing better than them?" ask, "Am I improving compared to my past self?" This changes everything. It helps you feel proud of your journey instead of worrying about others. How to stop comparing yourself to others. Here are 3 simple ways to break free from comparison. 1. Focus on your own progress. Keep a journal of your small wins every month. Look back and see how much you've grown. When you feel behind, remind yourself of what you have achieved. 2. Set your own goals. Don't set goals based on what others are doing. Ask yourself, does this goal make me happy, or am I doing it to impress others? Choose goals that bring you real joy and fulfillment. 3. Be grateful for what you have. Every morning, think of 3 things you are grateful for. Instead of focusing on what's missing, focus on what's already good in your life. This helps you feel content instead of always chasing more. Final thoughts: run your own race. The happiest people are not the richest or the most famous. They are the ones who have stopped comparing and started living for themselves. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. When you stop chasing what others have and start valuing what you already have, you will finally feel happy and free. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to build true confidence without seeking approval from others. Chapter 3: How to Build Confidence Without Seeking Approval, the Problem, Depending on Others for Self-Worth. Imagine a child showing their drawing to their parents. If the parents smile and praise the child feels proud. But if they don't react or criticize the drawing, the child may feel discouraged. This pattern continues into adulthood. Many of us feel good about ourselves when others approve of us and doubt ourselves when they don't. You post a picture on social media, and if it gets many likes, you feel attractive. If it gets few likes, you start questioning your appearance. You share an idea at work, and if your boss praises it, you feel smart. If they ignore it, you feel unimportant. You wear a new outfit, and if people compliment you, you feel confident. If no one notices, you feel insecure. The problem with this is that your confidence depends on other people. When people approve of you, you feel good. When they don't, you feel bad. This makes your self-worth unstable, like a boat that keeps rocking with every wave. But true confidence doesn't come from other people. It comes from within. Why we seek approval? There are a few reasons why we care so much about what others think. One reason is that humans are wired for social acceptance. In ancient times, survival depended on being part of a group. Being rejected from the tribe meant danger, so our brains evolved to fear rejection. Even though we no longer live in those times, our minds still react as if social disapproval is a threat. Another reason is that we grow up learning that approval equals success. In school, good grades mean praise, and bad grades mean disappointment. At work, promotions come from impressing others. Over time, we start to believe that our value depends on how people see us. Social media has made this even worse. We see others receiving likes, followers, and praise, and we start believing that we need the same to be worthy, but relying on approval makes life stressful. It stops us from being ourselves because we're always worried about what people will think. This kind of thinking creates anxiety, low self-esteem, and a constant feeling of never being enough. The solution: building confidence from within. Confidence isn't about making everyone like you. It's about liking yourself, no matter what others think. Instead of asking, "Do people approve of me?" a better question is, "Do I approve of myself?" When you build confidence from within, you become free. You no longer depend on likes, compliments, or opinions to feel good about yourself. One way to stop seeking approval is to remind yourself that other people's opinions do not define you. If someone criticizes you, ask yourself if you believe their words. If their opinion isn't true or helpful, let it go. You have to accept that not everyone will like you, and that's okay. The goal is not to be liked by everyone, but to be at peace with yourself. Another way to build confidence is to do things for yourself, not for approval. Wear what makes you feel good, not what others like. Make choices that align with your own values, not just to please others. Do things that bring you joy, even if no one notices or praises you for them. When you stop doing things for the sake of approval, you start to experience real freedom. The most effective way to build confidence is through action. Confidence doesn't come from waiting until you feel ready. It comes from doing. The more you practice being yourself, the stronger your confidence grows. Each time you take a step outside your comfort zone, whether it's speaking up in a meeting, trying something new, or standing by your beliefs, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Final thoughts: true confidence is freedom. The happiest people are not the ones with the most followers, money, or fame. They are the ones who accept themselves fully, without needing approval from others. You don't need permission to be confident. You just need to believe in yourself. When you stop seeking approval and start trusting yourself, you gain real freedom, the freedom to live your life, not the life others expect. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to create a mindset that leads to lasting happiness. Chapter 4: How to develop a mindset for lasting happiness. The problem: why happiness feels temporary. Many people believe that happiness is something they will feel once they reach a certain goal, getting a better job, buying a bigger house, or earning more money. But what happens when they finally achieve it? The joy is often short-lived. After a few days or weeks, they find themselves chasing something new. This cycle repeats endlessly, leaving them feeling like happiness is always just out of reach. The reason happiness feels temporary is that most people attach it to external achievements. They believe that they need more success, more money, more recognition to be truly happy. But no matter how much they get, it never seems to be enough. The moment they reach one goal, another one takes its place. This constant chase creates stress, frustration, and dissatisfaction. Happiness is not something we arrive at once we accomplish enough. It is a state of mind that we can cultivate from within, no matter where we are in life. The key is to develop a mindset that supports long-term happiness, rather than one that depends on temporary achievements. Why our mindset affects happiness: our thoughts shape our emotions. If we constantly focus on what we don't have, we will always feel like something is missing. If we always compare ourselves to others, we will always feel behind. But if we train our minds to appreciate what we have, enjoy the present, and focus on personal growth, happiness becomes a natural part of life. One reason people struggle to stay happy is because of negative thought patterns. Thoughts like "I'm not successful enough," "I should be doing better," or "I'm not as good as them" create stress and self-doubt. These thoughts keep people in a cycle of dissatisfaction, even when their lives are objectively good. The way we think determines how we feel, which is why developing a strong and positive mindset is the foundation of lasting happiness. The solution: shifting your mindset for true happiness. Lasting happiness comes from the way we see the world, not from what we achieve. Instead of relying on external success, we need to focus on internal growth and mindset shifts. Here are a few key changes that can help build a mindset for long-term happiness. One of the most powerful changes is learning to enjoy the present moment. Many people believe they will be happy someday, when they achieve their goals or when life becomes perfect. But happiness is not in the future. It is in the present. Learning to appreciate small joys, like a good cup of coffee, a conversation with a friend, or the feeling of fresh air, helps shift the focus from what is missing to what is already good. Another important shift is reducing comparison. Constantly measuring ourselves against others makes happiness impossible. Someone will always have more, do more, or achieve more. Instead of comparing, focus on your own journey. Ask yourself, "Am I better than I was yesterday?" That is the only comparison that matters. When we measure our progress based on our own path instead of others, we feel more confident and content. Gratitude is another powerful tool for happiness. Research shows that people who practice gratitude are happier and less stressed. Taking a few moments each day to reflect on what is going well, even small things, helps rewire the brain to focus on positivity instead of problems. Instead of thinking, "I wish I had more," shift to, "I'm grateful for what I already have." This simple practice can create a profound change in the way we experience life. How to build a lasting happiness mindset. Developing a mindset for happiness takes practice, but it is completely achievable. The first step is to become aware of your thoughts. Pay attention to negative patterns like self-doubt, comparison, or dissatisfaction. When you catch yourself thinking in a way that steals your happiness, pause and shift your focus to something positive. The next step is to focus on growth instead of perfection. Many people believe they need to be perfect to be happy. But perfection is impossible. Instead, focus on progress. Even small improvements in your mindset, habits, and daily life can create deep, lasting happiness. Finally, learn to detach happiness from success. Achievements are great, but they do not define your worth. If your happiness depends on reaching a goal, it will always be temporary. Instead, find joy in the process of growing, learning, and experiencing life. True happiness is built from the inside, not from external rewards. Final thoughts: choosing happiness every day. Happiness is not something we find, it is something we create. It is not waiting in the future, it is available to us right now. By shifting our mindset, reducing comparison, practicing gratitude, and focusing on the present, we can experience deeper, more lasting happiness. In the next chapter, we'll explore how small daily habits can create a happier and more fulfilling life. Chapter 5: The Power of Daily Habits in Creating Lasting Happiness. The problem: why happiness fades without daily effort. Many people assume happiness is a result of big life changes, landing a dream job, finding the perfect relationship, or achieving financial success. But even when these milestones are reached, happiness often fades quickly. What people fail to realize is that happiness isn't a one-time achievement, it is a daily practice. Think about how physical fitness works. No one gets in shape by working out just once. Staying healthy requires consistent exercise, proper nutrition, and regular self-care. The same is true for happiness. Without daily habits that support a positive mindset, happiness can quickly disappear. Many people unknowingly engage in habits that make happiness harder to maintain. They scroll endlessly on social media, comparing their lives to unrealistic images. They focus on what's wrong instead of appreciating what's right. They wait for something external, more money, recognition, or success, to feel happy. But happiness isn't found in the future. It is built in the present through small, intentional habits. Why small habits have a big impact on happiness. Every day, we make hundreds of small decisions that either contribute to happiness or take away from it. The way we start our morning, how we respond to challenges, and how we spend our free time all shape our overall well-being. Even though these actions seem small, they accumulate over time and determine whether we live a happy, fulfilling life or a stressful, unsatisfied one. Research shows that the brain adapts to repeated behaviors. When we repeatedly engage in negative thought patterns, we reinforce stress and unhappiness. But when we build habits that support gratitude, mindfulness, and positive thinking, we rewire our brains for happiness. This means that happiness is not just a feeling, it is a skill that can be strengthened. The solution: daily habits that create lasting happiness. Building a happy life doesn't require drastic changes. Instead, small, consistent habits can have a powerful impact. Here are some of the most effective habits for cultivating long-term happiness. One of the most powerful daily habits is starting the day with gratitude. Many people wake up and immediately focus on their to-do lists, worries, or problems. This sets a negative tone for the entire day. Instead, taking just a few moments each morning to reflect on something positive, such as health, family, or personal progress, can shift the mindset from stress to appreciation. Even writing down 3 things you're grateful for each morning can make a noticeable difference in mood and perspective. Another essential habit is reducing negative inputs. Our happiness is often influenced by what we consume, including news, social media, and the opinions of others. If we constantly expose ourselves to negativity, whether it's online drama, pessimistic conversations, or unrealistic comparisons, we will naturally feel less happy. Instead, it's important to choose uplifting content, limit time on social media, and surround ourselves with positive influences. Practicing mindfulness and presence is another simple but powerful habit. Many people spend their days worrying about the future or regretting the past, missing out on the present moment. Mindfulness helps anchor our focus on what's happening right now, allowing us to experience life more fully. Something as simple as deep breathing, mindful walking, or enjoying a meal without distractions can bring more peace and contentment into daily life. Building strong social connections is another key factor in happiness. Studies show that deep, meaningful relationships contribute more to long-term happiness than wealth or status. Instead of isolating ourselves or focusing only on work, prioritizing friendships, family time, and genuine conversations can provide a lasting sense of fulfillment. A small habit like checking in on a loved one daily can strengthen relationships and boost happiness. Finally, engaging in daily acts of kindness can significantly improve well-being. Helping others, whether through a kind word, a small favor, or a charitable act, triggers the brain's happiness chemicals and creates a deeper sense of purpose. Happiness grows when it is shared, and even small gestures of kindness can have a lasting impact on both the giver and the receiver. How to make happiness habits stick? The key to making these habits work is consistency. Many people try to change everything at once and get discouraged when they can't keep up. Instead, starting with just one small habit, such as writing down one thing you're grateful for each morning, makes it easier to succeed. Once that habit becomes natural, another can be added. Over time, these small habits build a foundation for lasting happiness. It's also important to track progress. Many people underestimate the power of small actions because the results aren't immediate. Keeping a journal or setting reminders can help reinforce positive behaviors and serve as a reminder that happiness is a daily choice. Final thoughts: happiness is built one day at a time. Lasting happiness isn't about waiting for the perfect circumstances. It's about making small, intentional choices every day that lead to a more fulfilling life. By practicing gratitude, limiting negativity, being mindful, strengthening relationships, and performing acts of kindness, happiness becomes not just a passing feeling, but a way of life. In the next chapter, we'll explore how overcoming fear and self-doubt can further enhance happiness and confidence. Chapter 6: Overcoming Fear and Self-Doubt for a Happier Life. The problem: how fear and self-doubt steal happiness. Fear and self-doubt are two of the biggest obstacles to happiness. They stop us from taking action, make us second-guess ourselves, and keep us stuck in a cycle of overthinking. Many people dream of pursuing new opportunities, expressing themselves freely, or making positive changes, but fear holds them back. They worry about failure, rejection, or not being good enough. Self-doubt often whispers, "What if I'm not capable? What if I fail?" What will others think? These thoughts create hesitation and prevent growth. The problem is that when we let fear and self-doubt control us, we miss out on life's opportunities. We stay in our comfort zones, avoiding risks, and as a result, we never experience the full potential of happiness and success. Happiness is not just about achieving external success, it's about feeling confident and free to be ourselves. To truly be happy, we need to break free from the mental barriers that keep us small. Overcoming fear and self-doubt is not about eliminating them completely, because they will always exist, but about learning how to move forward despite them. Why fear and self-doubt are so powerful? Our minds are wired to protect us from danger, and fear is a natural survival mechanism. In ancient times, fear kept humans safe from predators and other threats. But in modern life, fear often shows up in unnecessary ways. It makes us afraid of failure, of being judged, or of stepping outside our comfort zones. Even when the risk isn't real, our brains react as if it is. Self-doubt is often learned from past experiences. If we were criticized, rejected, or failed before, our minds remember those moments and try to prevent them from happening again. But just because we doubted ourselves in the past doesn't mean we have to continue living in self-doubt forever. The key is to recognize that fear and self-doubt are just thoughts, not facts. The solution: how to overcome fear and build confidence. Fear and self-doubt don't go away on their own. The only way to overcome them is through action. The more we challenge them, the weaker they become. Here are some of the most effective ways to break free from fear and build confidence. 1. Reframe fear as a sign of growth. Fear is often seen as a bad thing, but in reality, it's a sign that we are stepping outside our comfort zones. Every time we do something new, whether it's speaking in public, starting a new project, or making a big decision, fear shows up. Instead of seeing fear as a signal to stop, see it as a sign that you're growing. Ask yourself, is this fear protecting me from real danger, or is it just discomfort from trying something new? If the fear isn't based on actual danger, push forward despite it. Growth only happens when we lean into discomfort. 2. Stop seeking perfection. Many people doubt themselves because they think they need to be perfect before they take action. But perfection is an impossible standard. No one starts as an expert. Everyone makes mistakes. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for progress. Remind yourself, I don't need to be perfect to start. I just need to take the first step. The more you take action, the more confident you will become. 3. Challenge negative thoughts. Self-doubt is built on negative thinking patterns. When you tell yourself, I'm not good enough or I'll probably fail, your brain starts to believe it. To break this pattern, challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? Do I have actual evidence that I will fail, or am I assuming the worst? Have I succeeded at something similar before? Often, self-doubt is just fear disguised as logic. By questioning these thoughts, you can weaken their power and replace them with more realistic, positive beliefs. 4. Take small, courageous actions. Confidence doesn't come from thinking positively, it comes from taking action. The best way to overcome fear is to prove to yourself that you are capable. Start small. If you're afraid of speaking up, start by sharing your thoughts in a small group. If you're afraid of trying something new, take a small step toward it. Every time you take action despite fear, you train your brain to become more confident. 5. Surround yourself with supportive people. Fear and self-doubt grow stronger when we surround ourselves with negative or unsupportive people. Seek out relationships that lift you up instead of those that bring you down. Being around confident, positive people can help you build your own confidence. If you struggle with self-doubt, talk to a mentor, coach, or supportive friend. Sometimes, having someone remind us of our strengths is enough to help us move past fear. How overcoming fear leads to more happiness. When we let go of fear and self-doubt, we open ourselves up to more happiness. We start taking risks that lead to growth, building confidence in our abilities, and experiencing life in a fuller way. Instead of being controlled by worry, we develop a mindset of resilience. Happiness is not about avoiding fear, it's about learning to live with it while still moving forward. The people who achieve the most happiness are not those who never feel fear, but those who act despite it. Final thoughts: choosing confidence over fear. Fear and self-doubt will always try to hold us back, but they don't have to control our lives. By reframing fear, letting go of perfection, challenging negative thoughts, and taking small actions, we can build confidence and unlock a greater sense of happiness. In the next chapter, we will explore how letting go of past regrets and mistakes can lead to greater emotional freedom and peace. Chapter 7: Letting Go of the Past for a Happier Future. The problem: how holding on to the past blocks happiness. One of the biggest obstacles to happiness is the inability to let go of the past. Many people carry emotional baggage, regrets about past mistakes, resentment toward others, or painful memories that continue to affect them. They replay past failures in their minds, dwell on what could have been, and struggle to move forward. This emotional weight drains happiness and keeps people stuck in negative thought patterns. Instead of enjoying the present or looking forward to the future, they remain trapped by their past experiences. Holding on to the past can lead to guilt, shame, anger, or sadness, none of which contribute to a fulfilling life. But happiness is about learning, growing, and moving forward. No one can change the past, but everyone has the power to control how much influence it has on their present and future. Letting go is not about forgetting or pretending something never happened, it's about making peace with it so it no longer controls your emotions and decisions. Why letting go is difficult? Letting go sounds simple, but for many, it's one of the hardest things to do. The reason? The brain naturally holds onto painful memories as a way to protect us from similar experiences in the future. If someone hurt us, we remember that pain to avoid it happening again. If we made a mistake, our mind keeps replaying it so we don't repeat it. While this is a natural survival mechanism, it often does more harm than good. The problem is that dwelling on the past doesn't prevent future mistakes, it only robs us of present joy. The more we focus on past pain, the harder it becomes to enjoy life now. The key to happiness is learning how to acknowledge the past without letting it define us. The solution: how to let go and move forward. Releasing the past doesn't mean ignoring what happened. It means choosing not to let it dictate our happiness. Here's how to start the process. 1. Accept that the past cannot be changed. The first step to letting go is accepting reality. What's done is done. No amount of thinking, regretting, or wishing can change the past. Many people waste years of their lives replaying situations in their heads, imagining different outcomes. But the past is not something we can rewrite, it is something we must learn from and move beyond. Instead of focusing on what could have or should have happened, shift your focus to what you can do now. Happiness is found in the present, not in regrets about the past. 2. Reframe past mistakes as lessons. Many people struggle with self-blame, replaying their past failures and mistakes over and over. But mistakes are a part of being human. Every successful person has failed at something. The difference between those who stay stuck in the past and those who move forward is the way they interpret their experiences. Rather than seeing past mistakes as proof of failure, see them as valuable lessons. Ask yourself, what did this experience teach me? How has this made me stronger? How can I use this lesson to make better choices in the future? When you view the past as a teacher rather than a punishment, it loses its power to control you. 3. Release resentment toward others. Holding on to anger or resentment toward others only harms you, not them. Many people refuse to forgive because they believe it means excusing the other person's actions. But forgiveness isn't about letting someone else off the hook, it's about freeing yourself from the weight of negative emotions. When you hold on to resentment, you give the other person power over your emotions. By choosing to forgive, you take back that power. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to let the person back into your life or pretend nothing happened. It simply means releasing the emotional burden so you can move forward without anger weighing you down. 4. Stop reliving the pain. The more you think about something painful, the stronger its emotional grip becomes. Every time you replay a negative memory, your brain reinforces that experience, making it harder to let go. Instead of revisiting painful memories, shift your focus to the present. Engage in activities that bring joy and fulfillment. Meditation, journaling, or therapy can help process emotions in a healthy way rather than constantly reliving them. 5. Create new, positive experiences. One of the best ways to let go of the past is to create new, joyful experiences. When life is full of positive moments, the past feels less significant. Make an effort to try new things, meet new people, and pursue goals that excite you. The more you focus on building a meaningful present, the less control the past has over you. How letting go increases happiness. When you release the past, you free up mental and emotional space for happiness. You stop carrying unnecessary burdens, reduce stress, and make room for new opportunities. Letting go allows you to fully enjoy the present without being weighed down by old emotions. Instead of being defined by what happened to you, you become defined by what you choose to do now. You gain control over your happiness, realizing that it is built in the present, not in regrets about the past. Final thoughts: moving forward with freedom, letting go is a choice. It requires effort, patience, and a willingness to release old patterns. But the reward is worth it: greater peace, emotional freedom, and a happier, more fulfilling life. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to build emotional resilience so that setbacks and challenges no longer disrupt happiness. Chapter 8: Building Emotional Strength for Lasting Happiness. The problem: why some people struggle with challenges. Life is full of ups and downs. Sometimes things go well, and we feel happy. Other times, problems come, and we feel stressed, sad, or frustrated. Many people find it hard to stay strong when life gets tough. They feel overwhelmed by small problems, take failures too personally, and struggle to move forward. Some people allow a single bad event to ruin their entire day. Others bounce back quickly, learn from the experience, and keep going. The difference is emotional strength, the ability to handle challenges without letting them destroy your happiness. Happiness doesn't come from avoiding problems. It comes from learning how to deal with them in a healthy way. People who are emotionally strong don't let difficulties control them. Instead, they adapt, recover, and continue moving forward. Why emotional strength is important: if we lack emotional strength, small problems feel like huge obstacles. We may get frustrated easily, feel anxious about the future, or give up after failing. This makes life more stressful and happiness harder to maintain. On the other hand, people who are emotionally strong know that setbacks are temporary. They don't let one bad experience ruin their mood. Instead of feeling hopeless, they look for solutions. They accept that challenges are part of life and believe in their ability to overcome them. The good news is that anyone can build emotional strength. It's not something we are born with, it's something we develop through practice. By using the right strategies, we can train our minds to handle stress, stay positive, and maintain happiness even in tough times. The solution: how to build emotional strength. 1. Change the way you see problems. When something goes wrong, it's easy to think, why is this happening to me? But this way of thinking makes problems feel bigger than they are. Instead, strong people ask, what can I learn from this? Or how can I solve this? Instead of seeing problems as punishments, see them as chances to grow. Every challenge is an opportunity to become stronger and smarter. 2. Accept that life has ups and downs. Many people think happiness means having a perfect life with no problems. But that's impossible. Everyone faces challenges, even the happiest and most successful people. Instead of fighting against difficulties, accept that struggles are part of life. When we stop resisting problems, they become easier to handle. Life isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about learning how to get through them without losing happiness. 3. Learn from your mistakes instead of feeling bad about them. Many people beat themselves up after making a mistake. They think, I'm not good enough or I always fail. But mistakes are not signs of failure, they are lessons. Every mistake teaches us something valuable. Instead of feeling bad about yourself, ask what you can learn. Strong people don't dwell on their failures. They reflect, adjust, and try again. 4. Stop worrying about things you can't control. Some problems are out of our control, like bad weather, other people's opinions, or unexpected events. Worrying about these things only wastes energy and creates stress. Emotionally strong people focus on what they can control. They ask, what actions can I take to improve this situation? If there's nothing they can do, they choose to let it go and move on. 5. Surround yourself with positive people. The people around us affect our emotions. If we spend time with negative, critical people, we absorb their energy. But if we surround ourselves with supportive, optimistic people, we feel stronger and more confident. Choose to spend time with people who lift you up instead of bringing you down. Their mindset will help you stay positive and resilient. 6. Take care of your mind and body. Emotional strength isn't just about mindset, it's also about how we treat our bodies. If we don't sleep well, eat unhealthy food, or avoid exercise, our stress levels increase, and our ability to handle problems decreases. Simple habits like getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, and exercising regularly help us stay balanced and in control of our emotions. When our body is strong, our mind becomes strong too. 7. Practice gratitude every day. Gratitude is a powerful way to build emotional strength. When we focus on what's going right in our lives instead of what's wrong, our mood improves. Each day, take a moment to think about 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big, something as simple as a good meal, a kind friend, or a sunny day is enough. The more we focus on the good, the more resilient we become. How emotional strength leads to happiness. When we build emotional strength, life's challenges no longer feel overwhelming. We stop overreacting to small problems, learn to handle setbacks with confidence, and feel in control of our emotions. Happiness isn't about avoiding struggles, it's about knowing you can handle them. When you develop emotional strength, you free yourself from stress, anxiety, and frustration, making space for more peace and joy. Final thoughts: becoming stronger every day. Building emotional strength takes time, but every small step counts. By changing the way you see challenges, learning from mistakes, and focusing on what you can control, you can handle life's difficulties with confidence and keep your happiness intact. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to develop self-acceptance so you can feel happy and secure in who you are, without comparing yourself to others. Chapter 9: Embracing Self-Acceptance for True Happiness. The problem: why people struggle to accept themselves. Many people live their lives feeling like they're not good enough. They compare themselves to others, criticize their own flaws, and chase an unrealistic idea of perfection. Instead of appreciating who they are, they focus on what they lack. Social media, advertising, and societal expectations make this worse. Every day, we see images of perfect lives, people with flawless looks, successful careers, and exciting adventures. This creates pressure to be someone we're not. When we don't measure up, we feel disappointed, insecure, or unworthy. But the truth is, happiness doesn't come from being perfect, it comes from accepting yourself as you are. People who embrace self-acceptance feel more confident, peaceful, and fulfilled. They stop trying to be like others and start appreciating their unique qualities. Why self-acceptance is so important: when we don't accept ourselves, we are constantly at war with our own thoughts. We feel like we need to change, improve, or prove something to others. This creates stress and unhappiness. But when we practice self-acceptance, we stop fighting against ourselves. We recognize our strengths, accept our imperfections, and understand that our worth isn't based on external achievements. This allows us to enjoy life more, free from the pressure to be someone we're not. The solution: how to build self-acceptance. 1. Stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is one of the biggest enemies of self-acceptance. When we compare ourselves to others, we focus on what we don't have instead of appreciating what we do have. But the truth is, everyone has struggles, insecurities, and flaws, even the people who seem perfect. Instead of comparing yourself, focus on your own journey. Ask yourself, what makes me unique? What are my strengths? What have I accomplished that I'm proud of? The more you appreciate yourself, the less you'll feel the need to compare. 2. Accept your imperfections. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, has weaknesses, and experiences failures. But these things don't make you unworthy, they make you human. Instead of seeing imperfections as problems, see them as part of what makes you, you. Some of the greatest strengths come from accepting and embracing your flaws. 3. Speak to yourself with kindness. Many people are their own worst critics. They say things to themselves that they would never say to a friend. But negative self-talk only lowers confidence and creates unhappiness. Try to replace self-criticism with self-compassion. When you make a mistake, instead of saying, "I'm so stupid," say, "I'm learning and growing." Treat yourself with the same kindness you would give to a close friend. 4. Let go of the need for approval. Many people base their self-worth on what others think of them. They try to please everyone, seek validation, and worry about being judged. But the truth is, you will never make everyone happy, so stop trying. True self-acceptance comes from knowing your worth without needing others to confirm it. Focus on being the best version of yourself, not someone else's idea of who you should be. 5. Focus on what you can control. Some things in life are out of your control: your past, other people's opinions, or unexpected events. But you can control how you respond, how you treat yourself, and how you choose to live. Instead of worrying about things you can't change, put your energy into what you can improve. This shifts your focus from frustration to personal growth. 6. Celebrate your achievements, big and small. Self-acceptance grows when you recognize your progress. Instead of waiting for a big achievement to feel good about yourself, celebrate small wins every day. Did you step out of your comfort zone? Did you finish a task you were avoiding? Did you take care of your health? These moments matter. The more you acknowledge them, the more you'll see your own value. How self-acceptance leads to happiness. When you accept yourself, life becomes easier. You stop chasing unrealistic expectations, worrying about what others think, or feeling like you need to be someone else. Instead, you feel comfortable in your own skin, which brings deeper peace and happiness. Self-acceptance allows you to enjoy life without pressure, self-doubt, or guilt. You realize that you are enough just as you are, and that's a powerful feeling. Final thoughts: becoming your own best friend. The journey to self-acceptance doesn't happen overnight. But every time you practice kindness toward yourself, embrace your uniqueness, and stop comparing, you take a step toward true happiness. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to live with purpose and find meaning in everyday life, so you can create happiness that lasts. Chapter 10: Finding Purpose for a Meaningful and Happy Life. The problem: why many people feel lost and unfulfilled. Many people go through life feeling like something is missing. They wake up, go to work, complete their daily tasks, and repeat the same cycle without feeling truly happy. Even if they achieve success, they might still feel empty, as if life has no deeper meaning. The problem is lack of purpose. When people don't have a clear sense of direction, they feel lost, disconnected, or unmotivated. They may wonder, why am I doing this? Or what is the point of my life? Without purpose, happiness feels temporary and incomplete, but when people find their purpose, everything changes. They wake up with excitement, feel fulfilled by their actions, and experience deeper happiness that doesn't fade with time. Purpose gives life meaning, making every day feel valuable and worth living. Why having a purpose matters. People with a clear purpose feel more motivated, confident, and satisfied with life. They don't waste time comparing themselves to others because they are focused on their own path. Instead of feeling lost, they have direction. On the other hand, people without purpose often feel stuck. They might change jobs frequently, chase short-term happiness, or feel restless, searching for something they can't quite define. Even when they achieve success, they still feel unfulfilled because they don't know why they are doing what they do. The good news is that purpose is not something we are born with, it's something we create. Anyone can find their purpose by exploring their passions, values, and unique strengths. The solution: how to discover your purpose. 1. Identify what makes you feel alive. Think about the activities that bring you the most joy and excitement. These are often clues to your purpose. Ask yourself, what do I love doing, even if I don't get paid for it? What topics or activities do I lose track of time doing? What makes me feel energized instead of drained? Your purpose is often connected to the things that make you feel most alive. 2. Discover your strengths and talents. Everyone has unique skills and abilities. Some people are great at helping others, some are creative thinkers, and others are problem solvers. When you use your strengths in a meaningful way, life becomes more fulfilling. Ask yourself, what am I naturally good at? What do people often compliment me on? What skills do I enjoy using? When you align your work and actions with your strengths, you feel more engaged and motivated. 3. Define your core values. Your values are the things that matter most to you in life. They guide your decisions, shape your goals, and help you live authentically. To find your core values, ask, what principles do I believe in strongly? What kind of life do I want to live? What qualities do I admire in others? Living in alignment with your values creates inner peace and long-term happiness. 4. Focus on helping others. One of the most powerful ways to find purpose is to contribute to something bigger than yourself. Studies show that people who help others feel happier, more connected, and more fulfilled. Think about, how can I use my skills to help others? What problems in the world do I care about? What impact do I want to have on people's lives? When you focus on making a difference, whether big or small, you create a life that feels meaningful. 5. Try new experiences. Many people struggle to find their purpose because they haven't explored enough. Sometimes, we don't know what we love until we try new things. Step outside your comfort zone by taking a new class or hobby, volunteering for a cause, traveling to new places, meeting people with different perspectives. Each new experience teaches you more about yourself and brings you closer to discovering your purpose. 6. Accept that purpose evolves over time. Your purpose is not a single, fixed goal, it grows and changes as you do. What excites you today may be different in 5 or 10 years. The key is to stay open to new opportunities and keep following what feels meaningful to you. If you feel stuck, Don't stress about having all the answers right away. Purpose is a journey, not a destination. The more you explore, the clearer your path will become. How purpose leads to lasting happiness. When you live with purpose, you stop feeling lost or unmotivated. Every day feels meaningful because you are working towards something that truly matters to you. Instead of chasing temporary happiness, you build deep, lasting joy that comes from within. You wake up with energy, feel fulfilled by your actions, and stop seeking approval from others. Most importantly, purpose gives your life direction. It helps you make better decisions, stay focused on your goals, and handle challenges with confidence. Final thoughts: living with intention. Finding your purpose doesn't happen overnight, but every small step brings you closer. Start by exploring your passions, strengths, and values. Try new things, help others, and trust that your path will become clearer over time. In the next chapter, we'll discuss how to create daily habits that support happiness and success, so you can stay consistent and live your purpose every day. Chapter 11: Building Daily Habits for Long-Lasting Happiness. The problem: why people struggle to stay happy. Many people experience happiness in short bursts. They feel good after achieving a goal, spending time with loved ones, or treating themselves to something enjoyable. But that happiness often fades, and they return to feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or unsatisfied. The reason is simple: happiness isn't just about big moments, it's about daily habits. People who rely only on external events for happiness often feel empty when those moments pass. But those who build consistent habits that support well-being create a life where happiness becomes natural and long-lasting. The key is to stop chasing happiness and start building it into your daily routine. Why habits are the foundation of happiness. Your daily actions shape your mindset, emotions, and overall well-being. Small, repeated behaviors influence how you feel every day. When you develop positive habits, happiness becomes a way of life, not just a temporary feeling. For example, if you practice gratitude daily, you naturally feel more positive. If you make exercise a habit, you boost your energy and reduce stress. If you create a morning routine you enjoy, you start each day feeling happy. Happiness isn't something you find, it's something you build through small, daily choices. The solution: how to create happiness-boosting habits. 1. Start your day with a positive routine. How you start your morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. If you wake up feeling rushed or overwhelmed, that feeling follows you. But if you start with intention and positivity, you carry that energy forward. A great morning routine can include gratitude. Think of 3 things you're grateful for: stretching or exercise, move your body to boost energy, deep breathing or meditation, calm your mind before the day begins, reading or learning, start the day with inspiration. Even 5 to 10 minutes of a positive habit in the morning can make a huge difference in your mindset. 2. Practice gratitude every day. Gratitude is one of the simplest and most powerful habits for happiness. When you focus on what's good in your life, you naturally feel more positive and content. Try these simple gratitude habits. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're thankful for daily. Express appreciation. Tell someone you're grateful for them. Pause and notice. Take a moment to appreciate small joys throughout the day. The more you practice gratitude, the more happiness becomes your default mindset. 3. Limit negative inputs, social media, news, toxic people. Many people don't realize that their daily habits include absorbing negativity, whether from social media, news, or negative people. Constant exposure to stress, bad news, or unhealthy comparisons lowers happiness. To protect your well-being, reduce time on social media, especially content that makes you feel bad. Limit news consumption to avoid unnecessary stress. Surround yourself with positive people who uplift and support you. By controlling what you allow into your mind, you create a healthier, more positive mental environment. 4. Develop mindfulness and self-awareness. Happiness is often lost when we live on autopilot, constantly worrying about the past or future. Mindfulness helps you stay present and appreciate life as it happens. Simple mindfulness habits include deep breathing. Pause for a few slow, deep breaths when feeling stressed. Mindful eating. Pay attention to your food instead of rushing through meals. Daily reflection. Spend a few minutes at the end of the day reviewing what went well. The more present and self-aware you become, the more you appreciate the happiness already in your life. 5. Take care of your body. Physical health and mental happiness are deeply connected. If you feel tired, sluggish, or unhealthy, it's harder to feel happy. Build daily habits that support your body, such as exercise. Even a short walk can boost mood and energy. Healthy eating. Nutritious food improves both body and mind. Good sleep. A well-rested mind is naturally happier. When you take care of your body, you give yourself the energy and clarity to enjoy life fully. 6. Build meaningful connections. Happiness is not just about personal habits, it's also about relationships. Studies show that people with strong social connections are happier and live longer. Make it a habit to spend quality time with loved ones, even if just a short call or message. Express appreciation and let people know they matter. Join a community or group with shared interests. Building and maintaining relationships takes effort, but the joy and support they bring make life richer and more fulfilling. 7. End the day with a positive reflection. How you end your day affects how you sleep and how you feel the next morning. A nighttime habit of reflection helps you focus on the good, rather than stress or regrets. Try ending your day with a gratitude review. What was the best part of your day? A moment of appreciation. Think of one person you're grateful for, a plan for tomorrow. Set a small goal to look forward to. Ending the day with positive thoughts ensures you wake up feeling more optimistic. How daily habits lead to long-term happiness. Happiness is not something that happens by accident, it's something you build one habit at a time. By making small, positive choices every day, you create a life where happiness becomes natural and consistent. Instead of waiting for happiness to come from external success, events, or people, you take control of your own well-being. You train your brain to focus on the good, protect your energy from negativity, and build habits that support a joyful life. Final thoughts. Designing your happiness routine. The key to lasting happiness is consistency. Choose just one or two small habits to start with, and build from there. Over time, these habits will transform your life, making happiness a daily experience rather than an occasional moment. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to overcome setbacks and stay positive even in difficult times, so you can maintain happiness no matter what challenges come your way. Chapter 12: Overcoming Setbacks and Staying Positive in Difficult Times. The problem: why people struggle to stay happy during challenges. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much we plan, difficulties will come. Unexpected failures, disappointments, losses, or personal struggles. During these times, many people feel overwhelmed, discouraged, and even hopeless. They might start questioning their abilities, lose confidence, or feel like happiness is impossible. The biggest mistake people make is thinking that happiness means avoiding problems. But in reality, true happiness is about how we handle problems. People who remain happy despite challenges have one thing in common: resilience. They have learned how to deal with setbacks without letting them destroy their peace. The good news is that resilience is a skill anyone can develop. No matter what happens, you can train your mind to stay strong, hopeful, and positive. Why some people stay happy even in tough times. Have you ever noticed that some people remain calm and positive, even when facing serious difficulties? They don't allow failures or problems to break them. Instead, they adapt, learn, and grow stronger. These people don't have special luck or easy lives. What they have is the right mindset and habits. Instead of seeing challenges as disasters, they see them as opportunities to grow. They remind themselves that no difficulty lasts forever and that they have the power to recover and rebuild. The solution: how to stay happy even during hard times. 1. Change how you view challenges. The first step to overcoming setbacks is to reframe how you see them. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" shift your mindset to, "What can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger because of this? What is this challenge teaching me?" Every challenge carries a lesson. The more you focus on growth instead of the problem itself, the easier it becomes to stay positive. 2. Accept that setbacks are part of life. One of the biggest causes of unhappiness is resisting reality. People get stuck when they refuse to accept that failures, disappointments, and obstacles are a natural part of life. Instead of wishing things were different, accept the truth: setbacks happen to everyone. The key is not to avoid them but to manage them wisely. When you stop fighting reality and start working with it, you regain control over your emotions. You begin to focus on solutions rather than staying stuck in frustration. 3. Focus on what you can control. A major reason people struggle with setbacks is that they focus too much on things they cannot change. This leads to frustration, helplessness, and stress. Instead, shift your focus to what is within your control: your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, your mindset. Ask yourself, what is one small step I can take right now to improve this situation? Even small actions can make a big difference in how you feel and move forward. 4. Train your mind to stay positive. Difficult situations can easily pull you into negativity. But happiness is a habit, and you can train your mind to stay optimistic even in hard times. Some powerful ways to stay positive include gratitude practice. Even during difficulties, there are always things to be grateful for. Make it a habit to focus on them. Affirmations. Repeat positive statements to yourself, such as I am strong, I can handle this, and I will get through this. Visualization. Imagine yourself overcoming the challenge and feeling happy again. This builds hope and motivation. 5. Build a support system. You don't have to face tough times alone. One of the best ways to stay positive is to have a strong support system: friends, family, mentors, or a community that uplifts you. If you are struggling, don't hesitate to reach out to loved ones for encouragement and advice. Talk to someone who has been through a similar challenge for guidance. To grow, learn, and become even stronger. Final thoughts. Strength through every challenge. No one can avoid difficulties in life, but everyone can learn to handle them better. The key is to develop habits that help you stay positive, focused, and hopeful. If you apply the lessons in this chapter, you will begin to see problems not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones to an even better future. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to let go of negative emotions and free yourself from stress, regret, and resentment, so you can experience deeper happiness and peace. Chapter 13: Letting Go of Negative Emotions for Inner Peace. The problem. Why negative emotions hold us back. Many people struggle with anger, regret, resentment, and guilt, emotions that make happiness difficult. When we hold on to past pain, mistakes, or betrayals, it affects our mood, relationships, and overall well-being. Negative emotions don't just exist in our minds, they create stress, drain our energy, and prevent us from fully enjoying life. The longer we hold on to them, the harder it becomes to move forward. The truth is, happiness is not just about what we gain, but also about what we release. Learning to let go of negative emotions is essential for long-term happiness. The solution: how to free yourself from emotional burdens. 1. Identify what's holding you back. Before you can let go of negative emotions, you need to recognize them. Ask yourself, what past event or mistake do I keep thinking about? What makes me feel anger, guilt, or regret? Who or what do I blame for my unhappiness? Becoming aware of these emotions is the first step toward releasing them. 2. Accept that the past cannot be changed. Many people remain stuck in negative emotions because they wish things had happened differently. But the past is unchangeable. The only thing you can control is how you respond to it now. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me, shift your mindset to, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger because of this experience? 3. Practice forgiveness for yourself and others. Holding on to resentment or self-blame only prolongs suffering. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, it means choosing to free yourself from the pain it causes. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and recognize that everyone makes errors. Forgive others so that their actions no longer have power over you. 4. Use mindfulness to release painful thoughts. Negative emotions often arise when we replay painful memories. Practicing mindfulness helps you stay in the present instead of being trapped in the past. Try deep breathing exercises to calm your mind, meditation to observe emotions without judgment, journaling to release thoughts onto paper instead of keeping them inside. By training your mind to focus on the present, you naturally reduce emotional suffering. 5. Take positive action to move forward. Instead of dwelling on the past, focus on what you can do now to create a better future. Every small positive action, whether improving relationships, working toward a goal, or practicing self-care, builds momentum toward happiness. Final thoughts: letting go brings freedom. When you release negative emotions, you create space for peace, joy, and personal growth. The past no longer controls you, and you gain the freedom to build a happier life. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to develop an unshakable self-confidence that leads to lasting happiness. Chapter 14: Building Unshakable Self-Confidence. The problem. Why many people struggle with confidence. Lack of confidence is one of the biggest obstacles to happiness. When people doubt themselves, they fear making mistakes, compare themselves to others, avoid taking risks or trying new things, feel unworthy of success and happiness. Without confidence, even great opportunities feel intimidating. But with self-confidence, you gain the courage to create the life you want. The solution: how to develop true self-confidence. 1. Stop seeking approval from others. Many people base their confidence on external validation, what others think of them. But real confidence comes from within, not from people's opinions. Ask yourself, am I making choices based on what makes me happy, or what impresses others? Do I let fear of judgment stop me from trying new things? 2. Focus on small wins. Confidence grows when you prove to yourself that you're capable. Start with small challenges, speak up in a conversation, try a new hobby or skill, set and achieve a simple goal. Every small success builds trust in yourself, making larger challenges easier. 3. Stop comparing yourself to others. Confidence is destroyed when we constantly compare ourselves to others. Instead of focusing on what others have, shift your mindset to, how can I improve myself? What strengths do I already have? Your journey is unique, and your progress matters more than anyone else's. 4. Develop a growth mindset. People with confidence believe that abilities can be developed. They don't think, I'm just not good at this. Instead, they think, I can learn and improve. With a growth mindset, failure is not a reflection of worth, it's a step toward success. 5. Take care of your body and mind. Confidence is linked to physical and mental well-being. Exercise regularly to boost energy and self-esteem. Maintain good posture. Your body language affects confidence. Speak positively to yourself instead of criticizing your flaws. When you feel good about yourself, confidence becomes natural. Final thoughts. Confidence creates happiness. When you develop true self-confidence, you no longer let fear, comparison, or self-doubt limit you. You gain the freedom to pursue happiness, success, and fulfillment on your own terms. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to create a meaningful and purpose-driven life. Chapter 15: Creating a Life of Meaning and Purpose. The problem: why people feel lost and unfulfilled. Many people chase external success, money, status, approval, but still feel empty inside. Without a clear sense of purpose, even achievements feel meaningless. Happiness isn't just about feeling good, it's about having a deep sense of fulfillment and direction. The solution: how to build a purpose-driven life. 1. Discover what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, what activities make me feel alive? What do I enjoy doing even without rewards? How do I want to contribute to the world? Your purpose is often found in things you naturally love and care about. 2. Align your actions with your values. Happiness increases when your daily life reflects your core values. Identify your top values, such as family, creativity, growth, or kindness, and make choices that honor them. 3. Serve others and make a difference. Helping others gives life deep meaning. Even small acts of kindness, supporting a friend, volunteering, or sharing knowledge, create a sense of fulfillment that lasts. 4. Set meaningful goals. Instead of chasing random success, set purpose-driven goals that excite and inspire you. These could be personal, professional, or spiritual goals that make life more fulfilling. Final thoughts: the key to lasting happiness: when you build a life around meaning and purpose, happiness becomes automatic. You wake up excited, motivated, and fulfilled, knowing that your life matters. Final chapter: the journey to a happier life begins now. Happiness isn't something you find, it's something you create through habits, mindset, and purpose. This book has given you the tools to stop comparing yourself, build confidence, let go of negativity, and design a life of true fulfillment. Now, it's time to take action. Start small, stay consistent, and create a life where happiness isn't just a goal, it's your way of living.